Here we have the top three qualifiers for the Rolex Australian Grand Prix. On pole position, Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team, his 32nd career pole position, equaling Nigel Mansell. Second place, Daniel Ricciardo, Infinity Red Bull Racing, his first front row start in Formula 1. And in third place, Nico Rosberg, Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team. Lewis, a little bit of history on a number of levels today, not least the first pole position with this new formula and equaling Nigel Mansell.
Yeah, it's been an interesting weekend, and today it made it so much so much harder for everyone with the conditions. But I'm really happy for the job the team did, and the car was, these new cars are a lot harder to drive in the wet. So, and it was the first time for me driving in the wet. So, and I'm sure it was for a lot of people. So a serious task and challenge today, but to be up here, for both me and Nico to be up here is a real great showing for the team, and it's obviously great to see Ricciardo up here for his first Grand Prix with Red Bull.
Tell us about the conditions though, because obviously it rained pretty hard towards the end. There was a split of decisions as to which way to go on tyres. You went for the wets. Was the right decision?
Yeah, it was kind of on the limit. It was very difficult to know kind of what the turnover point is, which is kind of, would you take a risk or not? So I decided not to. Ricciardo, obviously, Daniel did a really good job on the inters, so it was obviously a very close call between the two. But yeah, I mean the conditions made it, as I said, extremely difficult. I mean, there's so much more power, so you're short shifting all the way down into kind of 5th, 6th, 7th before you can actually get the full throttle. But great fun otherwise, and I hope that the weather's better tomorrow, mostly for the fans, but also for us.
Well done. Daniel, I think the cheer from the crowd said it all, really. An incredible first Red Bull qualifying session for you, and a lot of Australian pride.
Yeah, it was exciting. Definitely the weather added to the mix, and the whole session went well. I don't think not everyone was out with options at the beginning, but Q1 looked like it was going okay for us, and then when the rain fell, yeah, as Lewis said, it's the first time I think we've all really driven these cars on the limit in wet conditions, and it was tricky, but at the same time, of course, a lot of fun, and it was nice to be always up there. The engineer was on the radio saying pace is good, and P1, P2, P3, and it was always in that battle for the pole position. So definitely really nice first qualifying session with the team.
Well, your teammate's down in 13th, so what was the difference today?
I don't know yet. Don't know what his issues were. I think I saw it was about two seconds or so off my pace at the time. So we'll have to see what went wrong with Seb and his side of the garage. But yeah, obviously for now it's happy for me to at least be up here, and just for the team to have a front row start. I think it wasn't looking like this a few weeks ago. So pretty pleased right now.
Very well done. And Nico, was it all about timing in that last part of qualifying? Is that what that was about?
I'm not really sure what the others were doing. For sure, well, we didn't get it quite right. But it's really you just don't know what's going to happen. So I don't think we did much wrong. And of course, in hindsight, you can always say, "We could have done that better, could have done that better." But in all, I think it was all a good qualifying session. And third is, I'm pleased with that. Could have been better, but third is okay. And I know that we have a quick race car, so from there, for sure, a good race is possible.
Well, it's been very close, obviously, between you and Lewis throughout this weekend. What happens tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow, yeah, of course, it's going to be a completely different story than today. Also, again, depending on weather and things like that, we don't really know what's going to happen. There is a small chance of rain also tomorrow, but I think more likely it's going to be dry. And yeah, it'll be totally different, because this year, especially Melbourne, it's like the most difficult track for fuel consumption. So it's going to be difficult tomorrow to save enough fuel in the race, and big challenge.
You had a reliability scare, Lewis, on the first day here, but you've also been, obviously the pair of you have been very, very quick the rest of the time. So what are you expecting from tomorrow?
Well, ultimately, it's just down to the incredible job that the team have done over winter and through testing and coming here. Of course, we had a small hiccup on Friday morning. It wasn't really a scare. It was just unfortunate we missed the session, and it was a quick fix, so no need to take the car apart, and just building on a good foundation. Hopefully, we'll continue to do so.
Okay, thank you very much.